The People First podcast is a show presented by people with learning disabilities for our friends and the community. We talk about issues that are important to us and interview interesting people to find out new information. This is our way to make a difference and have a voice.
Welcome to the People First podcast. On today's show, we're talking to the team for the women at a event at Keighley. We wanted to learn more about them and the work we're happy to have them on today. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Josh.
I'm Tammy.
I'm Joseph.
I'm Yuan.
I'm Nancy.
I am Gareth.
I'm Ewan.
I'm Bobby.
And there's myself, Steve, and Noah and Sam hiding at the side.
We're Hope Productions.
Could you explain your job roles, please?
Job roles.
Should we go down the line again?
We've got job roles, haven't we, Steve? Have we?
Yeah. I am the setting up the cameras for planning for helping to make a news round remix.
I don't think we actually had a role. Like we.
Well, basically,
we all work
all
together.
together, really.
Go with it, innit?
Yeah, we
Just
just
go with the flow.
I think we just go through it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
What types of shorts do you make?
So, what type of short films do we make? So, we make a short and friendly type of films that people can enjoy. Like, we made Way to the Start Line and Return of Jamie Vincent. Isn't it Jamie Vincent? Yeah, Jamie Vincent.
Also, we can do different genres as well. We could work with different genres.
It's non-specific, the type of ones we make. It's kind of whatever the idea leads. Like Race Start Line's comedy, Jamie Vincent's horror, and some of the other ones that are upcoming are a bit different.
Yeah.
So some of them are the same. They're not all the same genre.
Yeah, well,
It just depends on the idea, really.
We work with anybody famous on your film.
Who's going to answer that one, guys?
No.
I will say
Go on, Josh.
we have come so close to meeting Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah, Tom Cruise. Do you want to explain what happened to Tom Cruise, Josh?
We got in touch with his agent. We almost had him, but he wasn't available to help us out.
He's just a bit too fast, he is.
Well done, you did the thing.
Yeah. We tried to get in touch with Tom Cruise. We were making our film for Way to the Start Line, and then we tried to get in touch with Tom Cruise, and then he answered back. His agent answered back, and then he couldn't be available because he was too busy making his famous films.
What equipment do you use for your films?
Cameras,
mics.
green screen,
Green screens,
Mm-hmm.
clipper boards,
Clapperboards.
podcast.
Lights.
lights.
We've already said microphones.
I already said microphones. So it's just basically like clapperboards and cameras and
whiteboards.
whiteboards and more like that, really.
Everything that uses
Typical film equipment.
How do you come up with ideas before your films?
What ideas do we come up with the films, guys?
I will say we made the films what we plan to make sure it's actually family friendly. That is actually let's give an example that has made an idea from a film. I would say I planned for Race to the Start Line.
What we're missing one very important word. What is it, Joe?
What in the
Beginning with an. I'm just about to say it. Accessible. That's it. We're trying to make our films more accessible for people with a learning disability. Is that right, Steve?
You're doing a fine job, Tammy. You keep going. I think Gareth wanted to add something as well.
Go on, Gareth.
No, I was just going to say it's about the thing about coming up with ideas for films. Since that was the question, you guys kind of rounded off the, but that's fine. But like, with coming up with ideas for the films, it's kind of very random. It can literally come out of anything. Even before supporting shorts, stuff was just made from this thing. A lot of them just came from one idea. The first short film I was in, Battery, started off as some guy trying to connect to his Wi-Fi, and by Nancy, that was her idea. And what was it? Little Bubble was someone said something about someone falling out of a tree. So that's what
out of a tree.
Yeah, that's what led to that being made. And the most recent one I've been involved in was made because of an idea of some kind of creatures stalking someone or haunting someone or something like that. It just comes from like a general idea or somewhat of an idea that is built upon, changed, made differently, and it just ends up coming together in the end. Like, it can start off so simple or so like that's weird, but it can turn into something different than it started off with, but it still it still ends up being somewhat loosely connected to the original idea, but it's gotten better as it's gone on, and it's become more of a proper story. Some of them at the beginning of the ideas are actual stories, but most of them are just like, this, and then that's built upon, and then it becomes its own thing outside of its original concept. That goes for all the ones I've been involved in. I don't know about anybody else because I've been involved in all of them.
Kind of based off story.
Where are your films shown?
Where are our films shown? Where have our films been shown, guys?
In cinemas.
Been shown in cinemas like
we're on out of time. Go on, Nancy.
they've been shown at cinemas. View and the Odeon. Featuring for like films like Dogman, Death of the Unicorn.
Death of the Unicorn.
Death of the Unicorn and the Monkey.
And the Monkey.
The Monkey.
Okay.
Basically, it's just shown in cinemas mostly.
And they've been entered into film festivals.
Oh yeah, our film festival. Bit of a backstory. So we wanted to show our films in the cinema, and then Gareth had this idea of thinking of putting like a Disney short film into the cinemas, and then we tried to get the ideas of putting a short film into the cinemas, and then we tried to get in touch with View Cinemas, and then we had they really liked our idea about putting short films into the cinema, and then our short film was played before Dogman, Death of the Unicorn, and the Monkey. Did I explain that right, Gareth?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just.
Did I explain that right, Gareth?
Yeah, you did.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, just double checking. Oh, good Lord. Thanks, Gareth.
How do you make your films accessible to Mike and Rog?
By using a special software called Final Draft to make it easier for people to write films on.
Do you want to explain what Final Draft is, Josh?
Yep. Final Draft is a software that's just been created. It's an easy way to write films.
Perfect. Anyone else want to answer that question?
Oh, about the accessibility of films.
Accessibility of making films.
You make it by we have what we do, because initially we didn't really know what we were doing until Steve was just like, right, we need to define what makes our filming different and more accessible. And we've talked about people play more than one role other than being on people can be behind the camera, in front of the camera, that can switch when depending on the scene. Like if the people have just acted, then there's another scene and they can film that or whatever. Just they can take on different roles, making it more accessible for people to try different roles they might not be able to otherwise. I don't know about.
Yep.
It's worth mentioning the black cards.
Oh yeah, the easy black cards. Good point, Steve.
Oh.
The
BBFC black cards, we wanted to change because we couldn't understand them, so we tried changing them, but the BBFC was so blunt about it that we ended up just taking everything off and making our own.
Oh yeah, the easy black cards. We're going to make our own easy black cards for people with a learning disability to understand how accessible our films are. I think that's right. I'm not 100% sure. Is that right, Steve?
That's absolutely right, Tammy. Yeah.
Who are the targets audience for your things? Do you name to think about age ranges?
So who are the target audience for your films, and do you need to think about age rating?
I think it's what film you're going to make you need to think about as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's important too.
And what kind of film is it suitable for?
And you need to think about the audience as well, and who's going to go and watch it really, and who's what age rating you're going to really watch it to. If you're going to watch a PG film and it's not a PG film, it's a 12, and they got it wrong. So if that's basically a little bit of their fault and a little bit of your fault because you don't understand, you didn't know what age rating it is, and they didn't know it was a PG, and then it was a 12 really.
With there's no specific target audience, just whatever the film turns out to be. You just, once the film is made, then you get into talking about age ratings and the target audience. You don't do that unless you know the film well enough, and that's probably better to discuss after you've done the film, because then you can definitely go, yeah, this is for this and not for this.
When we were making Race to the Start Line, we didn't know what age it is, so when we made it, we were thinking about what type of age what age rating we're gonna make it for. So I think we decided to make it a PG. Was it a PG or a 12, guys?
It was a U.
A U. Oh, I got it wrong.
The Return of Jamie Vincent was a 12.
Oh yeah.
There was a kind of a fear that, not fear, but the kind of the racist start line would end up being maybe a PG because of something, and I don't remember exactly
and then
what. But then
featured to Dogman because of a different.
Because of
was a friendly
because if it was
a U.
A U rating, so luckily it got a U and didn't get a PG, so I was able to be shown with Dogman. But for some specific reason, we did think at one point that it could have been PG for one reason or another. I don't exactly remember why now, but there was a kind of this could be PG for one reason or another.
But if it was important that adults with learning disabilities Never tell them if get the chance to work on film.
So why is it important that adults with a learning disability / diversion to have to get the chance to work in films? Anyone going to answer that question, or am I going to answer that one?
I think,
Leave it up to people on the as much as me.
well, I think Mike will ask for that.
Go on, Joe.
Well, well, sorry.
Do you want me to read the question again? Number 9. So why is it important that adults with a learning disability / diversion get the chance to work in films?
I think probably makes sense. They can actually to help with short films are very important. So yeah, it can be helpful, important to help adults with learning with the disability to work on films.
Like Joe's just said, I think it's really important for people, especially with a learning disability, to have an opportunity to work on films, even if you have diversion or learning disability. I think it's really important for people to have a chance or an opportunity to work in films. Like, even if you don't have experience to work on films, it gives you like an opportunity to have a go of like using a camera or using a microphone.
How long has Tape been going, and how did it start? How long have you been making films?
So that's a question for
It's been going for
the first
17 and a half years.
17 and a half years. Goodness me.
That's right, yeah. Well, tape started 17 and a half years ago.
In 2008.
In 2008, that's right. And it started because myself and another guy called Chris, who we were both working for another organisation, and we lost our jobs. And we decided that we could either go and get new jobs, or we could start Tape and try and do something ourselves based on all the ideas we had. So that's what we decided to do. And the first thing we wrote down on a piece of paper when we decided to start Tape was that we were going to make sure the doors to the building were open as widely as possible, so as many people could come and get involved, and that we wouldn't say what we did. We would just follow the ideas that people had when they came to Tape. And we've been making films probably since we started, but we made 2 feature films and lots of supporting shorts films. But the project here, how long have we been here in the school? Josh, you were part of the first group.
I was 13, which is like 3-4 years ago.
Since 2020.
Yeah.
Since 2022, I think.
So Hope Productions
It was like yesterday.
does, and we've been doing lots of filmmaking here, haven't we?
Yeah.
Since Hope Productions started.
Since lockdown, Steve.
Just after, yeah.
It's after lockdown.
No. Dates are not my strong point, but I think definitely 3 years.
So that's why we
No, I
started.
think it must have been at least like, because it must have been around the time like after we moved out to this place, because we were told about it in our first year when our classroom was still on here, when most of the class went to visit Tape in Colwyn Bay, and I didn't.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it, to think that?
That is funny.
We were in the school, but now we're in this building where
Yeah.
we've got lots of stuff. But as soon as we started working here in the school with you guys, filmmaking was the thing that people wanted to do, whether that was animation or other sorts of filmmaking. And it's grown out of that, really, where we've said, okay, what do you want to do? And then all the ideas that have been
We've
shared,
grown as
things that
people.
and we've grown as people. We definitely have, Josh, yeah. And you're now a trustee of Tape,
Yeah.
aren't you? So
Yeah.
sit on our board of trustees
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust
as a
them with
result
anything.
of
All the work.
this work. There's lots of things about that.
Like, we made our first ever film yesterday.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 2 years next year for Factory.
Wow.
Since that came out.
Oh,
Crazy.
wow.
February is a year since the first supporting shorts film went out.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's my problem with Factory.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
So lots has happened. Yeah,
Supporting short is a big biggie. Fair play.
it is.
Yeah, but it was much bigger when it was released rather than the anniversary. It was just like
Got fair play, again, it goes.
Why is your favourite part about working on films?
My favourite part actually was to write. I like the making, but also I like the writing part and acting. If I am actually acting in it, but mostly I do like the working on it, talking about it.
Editing for me, because you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know which bits you're gonna take out.
I think filming's more unexpected than editing. Editing, it can bring in unexpected things, but the stuff that can really change what film is and the whole thing of it is the film, because our most recent one, we found the emotional core of it through the filming rather than a scripted moment. That also happened in Battery when the bit outside where I was breaking down. I mean, it was supposed to be a big bit of it, but it was a bit different than it was going to turn out, because what turned it from just being a silent movie throughout, and then the character X actually does speak in that bit. So that would, because it was initially Battery was just meant to be a silent film, but then in editing, I guess that also changed it with the decision to keep in the "I'm still cool" lines. That also kind of changed it, because that was something that wasn't planned, because the only lines we had scripted were like irises. So filming can change things, editing can change things. I really like filming in general, and even coming up with the idea, because it's just like, oh, this is gonna be so cool to make. When you actually make it, it's just like, this is so cool to be this now.
We love it all.
Yeah.
Hey, Ewan, have you got a favourite moment in filmmaking?
No.
I mean, you're really good at editing, aren't you? Do you like the editing process? You're really good with details and things.
The editing process is actually really good, yeah.
I like the brainstorming bit when we were thinking of ideas of films. I quite like that.
Yeah, that's fun.
Harvey, you're new. You're quite new to it, aren't you? Is there a bit that you found more interesting?
I don't know. I like the idea of us, all coming together and thinking of stuff.
If people want the sound about more, if people want to say out more about it, we're going to.
So, if people want to find out about tape, where can they find it?
We have
social media.
Social media.
We have a tape Facebook page. We have a supporting shorts page. We have a right door page.
Is a lot.
Instagram, Facebook, not Twitter, because no one talks about that. I think what is it? It's Blue Skies, isn't it?
Blue Sky.
Something is Blue Skies instead of Twitter now. YouTube. That's for supporting shorts and tape, and there's Hope Productions.
Yep.
And Right Door, I think. There's a lot of them.
I can't even count how many.
This thing has 4.
And now we're on the People First podcast.
Yeah.
We also got our own podcast. That's fun. Oh dear.
That is all the time we have for today. Thank you again to the tape team for coming on the show. Do any else you have anything else to add before we end the show?
Yes. Shelling time. Subscribe to Toast Productions, please. We need money. We're very desperate.
And don't forget, visit on YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, the social medias.
Guys,
who really said about social medias? Oh well.
Thanks for
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. You.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that. Okay. So,
If you enjoyed, follow us on social media to learn more about what we do and our upcoming interviews. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram by searching for the People for Podcast. Thanks for listening.